Back when we were kids, we used to walk down here from over there. We'll come down this hill, and then all on this side hill, we'll pick Saskatoons. We're just little kids, just no gun, nothing. And we'll come back with our face just purple from all the berries. I think they're ready to pick. Awesome, awesome. When we were kids too, we used to have fish tubs right here by the river here, long time ago. And then we'll walk up here and we'll get tea water right here. Or just clear, because the river is too muddy, the water. So awesome. Yeah. Wow, she's still high. Awesome, awesome. See how smoky it is? Yup, yup, yup. Smells pretty smoky, smoky. Okay, well, go get my game camera and then we'll come back. Not get my game camera, get my card. Switch the card. You probably got that deer on it. We're just changing the tip. Looks like a lot of activity here. Lots. I hope. Change my chip. Awesome, awesome. Oh. Mosquitoes are coming. Those mosquitoes are coming in pretty quick. Pretty smoky. I gotta get used to putting on this microphone. Make it a habit because sometimes I forget, and I do a scene and then I forget it, so I gotta redo my scene. But anyways, I like to give Philip Bird a shout out. A few days ago, he gave me a call on the phone, and he said he wanted to take a picture with me. So here's that picture. Cool, eh? He's from Pelican Narrows, Saskatchewan, and he's heading to Alaska. And he wanted to see the res trapper. Awesome, awesome. Woohoo! Right on, Philip Bird. But anyways, there was that picture I showed you guys a while back, where I was on a big rock with my uncle Glenn, John Badine, and Lauren took the picture. So this time I took a picture. I was 18 years old. I took this picture of Lauren, John Badine. Both of them are gone now, and my uncle Glenn, Uncle G. Yeah, and back in those days, I was the packer. And I would carry one whole big. They call it, I think, a Trapper Nelson. Big bag like this, and I carried a flat of pop. Yeah, a flat of pop. As soon as we went in camp, right there's two big pallets of pop, and people just grab them. And before we used to just carry pop on our line, and I carried a flat of pop, and all our lunches in that bag, and I carried one whole 5 gallons of mixed gas for their saws, and I carried 3 gallons of chain oil. Holy, that was lots, eh? And not only that, I put up the liners. I'll make one in a little bit here, but I'll make the liner and then we'll keep us straight, eh? The surveyors usually start us off like with 3 liners like that, stick with ribbon. And long time ago, they used to get 3 shots of the sun just to find out where they're at, their position. And then they set us off, 3 liners, and from there we cut a line about this wide, enough for a stretcher to go down, they say, in case somebody gets hurt. And then we'll make a straight line all the way like that. It's hand cutting, eh? That's for seismic. That's R lines and S lines. S lines, they put dynamite on there every, I think, 60 meters, and they go down about 50 meters, and they put a dynamite. And the R lines, they put like bones, they call it, and they put them all like that on the ground, and they just stomp them on the ground, eh? And then when the dynamite goes off, those bones will pick up the ground, eh? And wherever it goes up like this, they put a lease, I think. So anyways, but anyways, I carried the lunch, the pop, the gas, the chain oil, and I even put up the liners. And And I cleaned the trail. Made it nice and so nobody will get hurt, eh? Holy, that was lots of work. That's 4 of us, a lead cutter, the packer, me, and the second saw, and then there's a third saw that gets all the snags, eh? And the trail's about this wide, and it's a long ways. But anyways, here's that picture. Awesome. John Badine, Lauren Latender, and Uncle G. And the scariest thing back in the day, that time, for me, was walking back to the last creek to get water because it was grizzly country. Grizzly sign everywhere. I was scared. But anyways, I'll make a liner for you guys just to show you what I did, and then we'll go pick up that other game camera, okay? Or not pick it up, but change the tip. Okay? Okay. Okay, there's like 4 of us, I was telling you. The lead cutter will go, and then whenever he tells me to put up a liner, I'll go in the bush. I'll shave a stick. Like so. And I'll get my ribbon. That picture when I was 18, and I was in Tumbler Ridge that time. It was by Sekunka. First time out of town working. See, I go like this. See how I did that? And then I go over. And you gotta be fast too, eh? Because the lead cutter is waiting for you. And then I have a binoculars too, eh? And then I'll go like that, and then I'll put my binoculars. Now look at the other liners, eh? Make sure they're all straight from where we started off. Awesome. Okay, I'll put it this way just to show you. Okay? And then I'm going to get another one, just to fly in. Like so. These are called liners. We call them liners. Like so. Okay? Okay. Then I was going this way. And this one. Sometimes I'll make like 40, 50 liners a day. Just to keep us straight. See? See, it's not straight. Straight. Not straight. Not straight. Straight. Just think of a whole bunch of those. Whole bunch of those. Okay? Those are liners. Awesome, awesome. There's another picture I wanted to show you. Remember I was telling you about that big cliff? That big cliff behind Uncle G, that picture? That big cliff we had to go down on the east side? Well, this is a ridge, on top of the ridge. And that's where all of us start off. Some go east, some go west. The west side was like a big slope and it's mossy and hardly no underbrush, so it's good. And you got creeks. And east side you got drop-offs and rock, and you're hitting it with your chain. You're constantly filing up. It's crazy. And there's no water. It's crazy, crazy. But anyways, those are liners. And yeah, there's that picture of the ridge. On the ridge, there's no trees, so when you start off, you got to carry a whole bunch of laths until you hit the tree line. Then you could start cutting your own liners. And you see in front of that, in that picture there, there's somebody with a black coat. The leader there. That was our boss, Larry McDonald. He was loud. You hear him swearing long ways on top of a hill when nothing's going right with another crew. He just swear. And one time we were going back to our helipad, and I didn't know I walked right underneath him. He was on a birch. A birch is leaning over our line. He was right up there with cowboy boots. And we all walked up underneath him. And then finally he said, "Hey!" Then we looked around and he was up there. And then while we're waiting for the chopper, he was telling us a story about, I think it was his grandpa, and about a bull in a pasture. And then that bull had a ring around his nose, and he always sees his grandpa. His grandpa told him, whenever you go across that field, make sure you have a stick. And then he was trying to cross the field, and then that bull started chasing him. And he had a stick, he didn't know why. And then his grandpa finally told him, you stick it in that ring and you twist him. And he saw his grandpa do that to that bull. That bull just started running after his grandpa, and then just put that stick in that ring in his nose, and he just turned that bull. I was surprised. But anyways, yeah, there's that ridge. Awesome, man. Crazy, crazy. That was in Port Liard. That's for Veritas. There's two companies that always worked up there. Was Gico or Veritas. Gico is mostly with Bruce Riley, and Veritas is usually with Larry McDonald. Awesome, awesome. Back in the day. So anyways, let's go pick up that other game camera. Okay? Okay. Look at Chickamauga. Some tracks. Like so. Turned it on, right? Seen a few deer. One over there. That's probably the same one. And we've seen one over there too. So anyways, if we got any footages on the game cameras, I'll put them right here, okay? awesome. But anyways, back in the day, we used to have a gathering at the Peta days. Long time ago, it was fun. There was a lot of people, all Dene people like me, and it was awesome. And then one year, just poof, there's no more Peta gathering. And I was really hoping it'll come back. And I managed to find one video of those Peta gathering, and it's right here. Awesome, eh? Awesome. I wish Peta gathering. Fingers crossed. But anyways, This is peace. And I'll see you later. Okay? Okay. Remember, you're awesome. Awesome, awesome. Woohoo! So we let the game camera soak for like 10 days. So hope we do got some footages. And I took a little video with the drone, and I'll finish off this video with that, okay? So anyways, this is peace. And see you later. Okay? Okay. Awesome, awesome. Woohoo!
One more night in my head, I'm stirring up dust and kicking cobwebs, looking for a light I've never known. Will it be out in the wilderness, or will it be homegrown? One more night with the dead, I've been spending more time with them than the living. And if you're just the company that you keep, I'll stay where I am for eternity. Well, I don't know if something's gonna come my way. I don't know, but give me just a little taste, 'cause I need something to hold on to. I need more than just a window with a view. And all this looking out is just a symptom of a heart filled with doubt. When I start looking in, I can't tell the end from the beginning. Well, I don't know if something's gonna come my